All right, y'all. I told you I'd give you a free play for the LSU or not LSU, FSU and Boston College game tonight. So we're doing it over on Prize Picks, but um, we're gonna be using Sleeper and Better during the football season as well. So you should download those if you're in our premium or thinking about getting in our premium. Just use code MORSPROS on Sleeper for a deposit match. Code Bryce on Better for a deposit match. Um, I know Better does up to 250. I think Sleeper does 250 as well, but it might just be 100. This was from last year, so I'm just gonna change that right now. Actually, I think it's not 5,000. I think it's 250, but don't quote me on that. You can do Chalkboard as well. We probably won't use that for football that much, but um, sometimes. Anyways, let's get into the play. I'm going Thomas Castellanos over 224 and a half passing and rushing yards. He's a big runner, big dual threat guy. I think he'll have some value in passing yards tonight too against FSU. But like I said, Haynes King last weekend had pretty good success running football, and I think Castellanos is a better runner than King, so I'm taking him over his passing and rushing yards. I think he had over like 400 total yards last year against them. I could just pull it up on here. Let me pull it up for y'all. He is at Florida State though today, so that's not like being at home like he was last year, which makes a difference. But I don't know about 175 yards difference. Yeah, okay, so he had 305 yards passing last year with 95 yards rushing, so right at 400 yards total. Against Florida State, I don't think he's going to do 400 again, but I think he can get, 200. What do we need? 226? 225. So I think he can get there. If you look at Haynes King last week, he had a pretty good week against them. Um, let's see. Haynes King. Haynes King had 54 yards rushing, 146 yards passing. So he had what is that? Right at 200. So I think Castellanos is a little bit better runner, so I think he'll have more success running the football. But he's also just as good as a passer, so I'm taking him with Lewis Bond, his main receiver, over 40 and a half receiving yards. Might be bumped a little bit now, but I still like it, even if it's at like 43 and a half. I've seen it some places. And then I'm moving to DJ Ukulele over 14 and a half rushing yards. I think he had like 7 rushing attempts last week. I expect him to have 8 or 9 today. I don't think Boston College's pass rush is that great. Plus, they were like 120th last year in rushing yards allowed. So I'm taking him over 14 and a half rushing yards. I think we're going to see a couple of QB design runs from Florida State. And then Kyle Morlock over 20 and a half receiving yards. He played 52 snaps last week, which is more than any other receiver for Florida State. He had 1 catch for like 12 yards, I think, but I expect him to have more targets this week against Boston College, who is actually pretty decent against the pass. So I'm not taking DJ's passing yards. I like his rushing yards instead. And I like his tight end over 20 and a half receiving yards. He hit this like 5 to 10 last games last year as the tight end 2 behind Jaheim Bell. Now he's the tight end 1, so I'm liking him over 20 and a half. I don't think he got enough exposure last week, and I think they'll get him a couple more targets today. This is the free 4-man I was telling you all about. I think the free 2-man I gave out on Instagram was Bond and Morlock. So we're just adding Castellanos pass rushing and DJ's rushing yards. So I think this is a 9x payout, which is pretty good. Profited 9 units last week in college football. I guess this still kind of counts towards this week in college football, so we'll see. Could be more. I would just make sure that if y'all are going to use these apps, download it and use these codes for deposit matches. It's free money, and it helps me, helps you. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Get you a couple of deposit bonuses here. As far as premium goes, we opened a weekend pass. I think there's like 18 spots available now for the code discount. We're giving you 60% off the weekend for the next, I think it's like 18 people that use their code. Some people have already taken advantage, so you come over here to the weekend pass, type in code discount, get it $60 off. and it'll be 40 for the weekend, $20 a day. Comes with college football and NFL's, all the slips from both. Yeah, we'll probably start sending out slips to this one Wednesday, I would assume. I just gotta look over weather and all that kind of stuff before we actually start getting slips rolling out. If you want to do the season pass, you can come over here to this, hit subscribe. Code CFB for 25% off works for this one. Makes it like 450 for the season, which is pretty good for 7 months. It'll definitely save you more money than if you were to buy the monthly pass and needs code CFB, but you could use code CFB on either one. It's up to you. But if you want to try out the weekend and then decide whether you want to do monthly or season, that's fine too. That's what I know a lot of people are going to do. So you just type in code discount, get your $60 off, and I typed in discount run. Yeah, get your $60 off. I think it's like the next 18 people because we've already had a good bit of people use it. So take advantage of that. That's all I really have. That's your free slip. Shorter YouTube video today, not a big slate. So we'll have some more YouTube videos rolling out as it gets later into the week. So that's all for today. And yeah, I'll link all the like winnable shit down below so you can come look at our storefront and see what you want to do.